gentlemen, it's me, T-Bone, from the Luns B Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew. It's Sunday morning. It's 10:30. It's time for the Supplemental. Simulcasting live to you on the Book of Faces and the Talk of Ticks. We got all of that going on. The wife asks, what are you, out of breath? Yeah, I was out of breath. I had to breathe. I was breathing. Remember, during the Supplemental, the primary audience is our Facebook audience. The secondary audience is the Talk of Ticks, those. So if I don't see your comments right away, that would be why. If I don't respond to your comments right away, that would be why. What we do know is we have a 10 to 15 second delay on Facebook, whereas TikTok, right away. So TikTok is better at some things, not as good as other things. So let's get it started. Let's get it started. By moving that over there and taking this up to her and turning off the sound. Just here shooting blanks. Good for you. Good for you. I mean, if it was intentional. If it wasn't intentional, sorry. We're just going to deal with phone parts. I can't figure out the sound right now. Don't want to figure out the sound right now. Very distracting. Let's begin with your national days of the week. Starting with tomorrow, mañana, domani, Monday, May 26th. Not only is it Memorial Day, and on Memorial Day, I implore you to do something on the memorial front. Remember, you can thank a veteran on Memorial Day, but what you're really saying is thank you for surviving. On Memorial Day, we're talking about our fallen heroes, our fallen soldiers. So we want to get out there and pay some kind of remembrance to them. If it's nothing more than learning a little about someone who paid the ultimate price for freedom, you put that person in the forefront of your mind, on Memorial Day. Don't worry, I'm going to get off my Memorial Day thing here in a second, and we'll get back to your National Days of the Week. But because it is Memorial Day, and because I have lost friends, I take a little extra time this holiday that's specifically made for them to give them their due regards. And you should too. And if you don't know, be fortunate that if you don't know anyone who's ever died in combat or a veteran that's died at all. You can memorialize anybody that was ever a veteran. That's what Memorial Day is about. But if you've never had the misfortune of losing someone like that, I can give you names to look up. I can give you some people to look up and hear and learn their story on Memorial Day. Okay. Let's try to find something a little better. All right. On Monday, May 26th, it's National Redhead Day. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but apparently in the most recent racial draft, the blacks have chosen the gingers. And now, for some strange reason, there's a lot of gingers out there who think they are blacks, and a lot of blacks who think gingers are blacks. So I don't know. I'm not going to say we lost the racial draft there, because I'm sure we could get somebody good, but we're not really losing much. I know very few gingers. How many gingers is it normal to know? Like, I know more trans people than gingers. Those numbers aren't right. Yeah, I should definitely know more gingers, but I don't. I know very few. But I like the ones I do know. I don't have any hate towards them. But now that they're I just so Monday, May 26th, National Redhead Day. I feel like there's more than one. I feel like there's actually a National Ginger Day, and then there's a Redhead Day. Big Ginger trying to get the best out of us. Here we go. Moving on. Tuesday, May 27th, is National Grape Popsicle Day. You heard that somebody took the time to write their petition and to say, you know what would be cool? You know what would be great? If we had a red grape, if we had Purple Popsicle Day, otherwise known as Grape Popsicle Day, otherwise known as a thrill. What? Who how many hood rats out there remember thrills? When the woman would just put a popsicle stick inside some Kool-Aid and snap it in the freezer, and she'd sell it to the children when they were leaving the school. They were called thrills in the hood, and a lot of ingenuity there, a lot of capitalism at its finest. Just remember that Tuesday, May 27th, is National Grape Popsicle Day. Ooh, so I stopped looking my impression. Mr. McLean makes it funny. You're not a ginger. Shut up. And Wednesday, May 28th. It's National, and I had to toss these around a little bit, which was going to be, I chose Hamburger Day. Who makes the best hamburger? Who are you to wave your finger? I don't know why that came through me. Who makes the best Hamburger Day? Because on May 28th, this coming Wednesday, it's National Hamburger Day. Who makes it? Who makes the best? McDonald's? McDonald's probably makes a pretty good burger. Is it some off-brand? Is it your local smash joint? A smash burger? Oh, yeah. Let's see if we figure out this recipe. Take a hamburger, and then we smash it. Yay. There is only one correct answer. Who makes the best hamburger? Well, on National Hamburger Day, this coming Wednesday, May 28th, I got Five Guys. I got an In-N-Out. Wrong and wrong. The only answer, the correct answer, is Senor Bubba. Bubba makes the best burgers. Wayback makes good burgers, but they're not as good as Bubba's. And if you like BJ's, and who doesn't, they got a great sale on Bubba Burgers. I just like BJ's. And I like to give them props whenever they're doing good things, because they're just great. They're just great. Here we go. On Thursday, May 29th, it's National Biscuit Day. I could ask the same question. Who makes the best biscuits? It's not Bubba. Bubba doesn't make the best biscuits, but there is one correct answer. It's not the cracker of barrels. It's not the barrel of crackers. It's not McDonald's. It's not Wendy's. Oh, you know what? I might have to change my answer. I thought I had the best answer. I thought Red Lobster makes the best biscuits because it's those cheddar cheese biscuits. Oh my goodness, they're so good. But to be honest with you, Hardee's or Carl's Jr. on the West Coast, same company, just one has a little bit more redneck flair. But man, Hardee's makes a good biscuit. Something to remember on Thursday, May 29th, National Robert comes in with Bojangles. Not a bad answer. Doesn't beat Hardee's. National Biscuit Day, Thursday, May 29th. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not a lot to choose from here. Here we go. That takes us to Friday, May 30th. It's National Mint Julep Day. Trust me, that was the best decision out of the four that I was offered. National Mint Julep Day. I have never in my life drank a mint julep, and I've also never been to a horse race. Sorry, you're just gonna have to ignore those. I can't figure out how to turn those off. I've and I'm charged. I'm only down to 2%. I'm plugged in. Why is that going down? I think TikTok people, you're gonna fall off soon. Sorry, I didn't charge the tablet enough, and it's not pulling enough energy to keep it alive. So I'm gonna lose you soon, but you're always gonna be here in my heart. But you can catch us live on Facebook. Just look for Tony Knuckles on Facebook. You can find me there. So sorry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna lose them. And as with losing anyone, so be it. Let's get back to this. Friday, May 30th is National Mint Julep Day. Now, I've never had a mint julep, and I've never been to a horse race, and I've never worn a gigantic flowery hat. You like the hat? I'm Mrs. Nesbitt. No. I don't know what's in a mint julep. I know it's an alcoholic drink. I know it's popular at the Kentucky Derby. I can assume it's got mint in it. But maybe this Saturday, May 30th, on National Mint Julep Day, I'll take the time to find out what's in mint julep, and if I have the ingredients, make myself one. Because you got to find a reason to celebrate every day, and that's what we're celebrating on May 30th. Saturday. Moving on. Sorry, it's really cold down here, and I got the sniffles. All right, back to it. Saturday, May 31st is National Smile Day. That's right, National Smile Day. And you know, it doesn't hurt to smile. It costs nothing. It uses less muscles than frowning, and a smile properly delivered, because you know you can improperly deliver a smile. Like you can make it awkward. Don't make it awkward. Make it a good, healthy, from the heart kind of smile. Just get out there and smile your tail off next Saturday, May 31st, National Smile Day. A smile delivered properly can receive a smile in return. But don't make it awkward. Don't make it weird. Do you know you can make eye contact off a reflection? I was in the village. I was on the subway. I was watching these two girls. They were crying, and I met eyes with one of them. And when I met eyes with one of them, she smiled at me, I smiled at her, and then she planted one on her girlfriend. Didn't know you could make eye contact through a reflection, but apparently you can. Keep that in mind on National Smile Day, May 31st. And finally, Sunday, June the 1st. Where does the time go? It's National World Milk Day. I love milk. I do. I have an unhealthy love of milk, so we don't keep milk in the house because I will drink it, all of it. It's tasty and delicious. The problem is, where I went to BJ's. I was at BJ's, and they had milk on sale, like super cheap, like less than $3.50 for a gallon. So I bought it. And it's almost gone. And that was yesterday. Because I had a fresh glass of milk when I got home. And then had another glass of milk later in the day. And then I had a glass of milk in the morning. And then I had a bowl of cereal. It just goes so quickly. It's National Milk Day. It's a strange day. June the 1st is a strange day for National Milk Day. You think it'd be earlier in the calendar year. I think June 1st, I start to think... like mint juleps. I think something more refreshing. And that has been your National Days of the Week. Now I will tell you about something going on, a community or a comedy note. Tonight, yes, that's right, tonight, at The Den, which is located right next to Harrisburg's premier jiggle joint, Savannah's, located at 1000 Hannah Street. It is hot mama drama. So, all female comedian lineup tonight. You must be 21 and older to get in. Tickets are $20 at the door, cold hard cash. And if you pay to go see the comedy show, you get a bracelet and free entry into the jiggle joint next door, Savannah's on Hannah. It's The Den. It's all lady comedians. The doors open at 6. Show starts at 9. Expected to run. Show starts at 7. Expected to run till about 9. I don't know who is on the lineup, but I do know there are some funny mamas with dramas here in Harrisburg. So check them out. And that has been your local ComCom, your community or comedy note. And now we move on to the fan favorite portion of the show. This Week in History, a trivia style. Drag this over here. And again, I don't know the answers. Our goal every week is to go 7 for 7. That's it, 7 for 7. La 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 la. I wrote this prompt. Let's see, and I screwed up. I screwed up. We want it to end on June the 1st. Just bear with me, and I'll tell you what I did. 01, June. I said to my favorite ChatGPT, write a 7-question trivia quiz with multiple choice answers. The question should not be too difficult, but also not too easy, and should be based on historical events that occurred during the week ending on 1 June. Do not include correct answers with the correct answer with the questions. Provide the answers separately so the host can play along. It would be extra helpful if you verified the answers to be correct, so we don't have an incident like last week when our robot overlords gave us bad information. All right, so now we have 7 questions to get us through the week. Except it's not moving. Why? There we go. All right. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, I just found out my sister's having a baby. Everyone is so excited. I'm finally going to be a dad. Hilarious. Hilarious. TikTok people are always funny. Who was the first U.S. president? John Adams. FAI. Here we go with This Week in History, trivia style. 7 questions. Our goal to get 7 questions correct. Question number 1. On May 25th, 1961, U.S. President John Fitzgerald Kennedy announced an ambitious goal for the nation. What was the objective? It's May 25, 1961, and Kennedy announced an ambitious goal for the nation. What was the objective? Here are your multiple choice answers. Was it to establish the Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love? Bullshit. Was it to pass the Civil Rights Act? Was it to land a man on the moon before the decade's end? Or was it to end the Vietnam War within 2 years? Mr. Taney pops in there with the moon. And we will as a nation. Yes, I agree with Mr. Taney and anybody else out there that it was to land a man on the moon before the decade's end. Did they accomplish that goal? Or build a monorail for Springfield? Very funny. Did they get to the moon before the decade's end? Well, he never saw it because he doesn't make it to the decade's end. But Did they take his challenge and did they make it? That's a follow-on question. I know the answer. Do you? Question number 2. What iconic science fiction film was released in theaters on May 25th, 1977? Iconic science fiction film released to U.S. movie theaters May 25th, 1977. I know the answer without looking at the multiple choice questions because we were going to go see that movie. Our teacher wanted to see the movie, so our teacher decided it would be a fun field trip to take all the second grade, Mrs. Valentino's second grade class, to go to see Star Wars. Oops, I already gave the answer. Yeah, that's what it is. May 25th, 1977 is a little early for Predator and a little late for War of the Worlds, depending on what version you're talking about. The options are Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Star Wars, Alien, or Blade Runner. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Star Wars, Aliens, or Blade Runner. As I was saying, Mrs. Valentino's second grade class went to the movie theater to watch the movie that was completely sold out with lines of people waiting. It was crazy. So instead, to not waste the trip, we went and watched Bad News Bears and Breaking Training. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to swear, but I was allowed to watch a bunch of kids on TV who drank and smoked and swore. And we took that knowledge with us when we went back to school. Yes, JT is there with the Star Wars. Robert is there with Star Wars. The answer is definitely Star Wars. No one on the talk of ticks pipes in. On May 25th, 1979, a tragic aviation accident occurred shortly after takeoff from Chicago's O'Hare Airport. What was the flight number of the ill-fated American Airlines plane? Wow, that's going to be definitely needing the multiple choice on that one. There are very few plane aviation disasters where I know the tail number. Korean Airlines Flight 007. I remember that one. It got shot down over Russia. Maybe they shouldn't have went with 007 and flying over Russia. Yeah, I can't even think of the plane numbers for 9/11, so I have no idea. But let's take a look at what our options are. Was it Flight 800, Flight 447, Flight 103, or Flight 191? On May 25th, 1979, a tragic aviation accident occurred shortly after takeoff from Chicago's O'Hare Airport. What was the flight number of the ill-fated airline? I'm going to use my reasonable deductive theory that I have taught people for years and years on how to take a test that has numbers involved. If there's a number, immediately remove the high and the low. So there goes 800 and there goes 103. Now you've reduced yourself to a 50% probability between 191 and 447, and I'm going to go with 191. Random deductive theorem. That's all that is. So we'll find out if I'm right in just a few more questions. Question number 4. Robert's going to go with 191. Question number 4. What African organization was established on May 20? Are all of these May 25th? Jesus. They are all May 25th. They are all May 25th. Why? You know what? May 25th is a very special day. JT's going with Flight 800. It's a very special day. I know why it's special. You don't need to know why it's special. It's special. So we're just going to continue with the May 25th day in history trivia exam style. Which African organization was established on May 25th, 1963, aiming to promote unity and solidarity among African states? What African organization was established on May 25th, 1963, aiming to promote unity and solidarity among African states? Hasn't happened yet. AI does hate me. Was it the African Union, the Pan-African Congress, the Organization of African Unity, or the African Economic Community? I believe it's the African Union. What are you doing, Dave? Oh, you pulled a little reference out there. Apartheid is not one of the options. It's either the African Union, the Pan-African Congress, the Organization of African Unity, or the African Economic Community. My guess, and it is a guess, is the African Union. Question number 5. On May 25th, 1935, which American athlete set multiple world records in a single day at the Big Ten Championship? Robert's going to go with B, the Pan-African Congress. Okay. May 25th, 1935, what American athlete set multiple world records in a single day at the Big Ten Championships? 1935, May 25th. Here are your options. Organization of African Unity, he's going to go with. Nation of Islam, very funny, by the way. Very funny. I missed that, sorry. Was it Carl Lewis, Jesse Owens, Jim Thorpe, or Bob Beamon? Carl Lewis, Jesse Owens, Jim Thorpe, or Bob Beamon? This is May 25th, 1935. What American athlete set multiple world records in a single day at the Big Ten Championship? Mr. Taney doesn't surprise me at all when he goes with Mr. Thorpe. I also agree, basically because we're in proximity to Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, right down the road. So I was going to go with Jim Thorpe also. But I can tell you, that's not funny. I can tell you it's not Carl Lewis. It's definitely not Carl Lewis. And I don't know who Bob Beamon is. So that got it down between Jesse Owens and Jim Thorpe. And since Jim Thorpe's right down the road, I'm going with Jim Thorpe. Can I go 7 for 7? I don't know. I'm pretty sure question number 3 and 4 screwed me. Question. Robert's going with Thrope. Question number 6. What significant civil rights event occurred on May 25th, 2020 in Minneapolis, leading to widespread protest? May 25th, 2020. There was an incident, significant civil rights event, a significant civil rights event. Are you kidding me? That led to widespread protest. I feel like I need to shut up on this, but here are your multiple choice answers. Was it the acquittal of a police officer in a shooting case? Owens had the iconic pick of the Nazis, so it had to be, I can't breathe. The death of George Floyd during a police arrest, the signing of a new police reform bill, the resignation of the city's police chief. This is Minneapolis. It's May 25th. It's 2020. And a man who overdosed on drugs, it's proven, it's called a significant civil rights event. It is the death, at least they didn't call it the murder, the death of George Floyd during a police arrest. Yeah, look that up. It didn't go down the way we were led to believe. Why would they lie to us? Because they always lie to us. Question number 7. What U.S. state experienced the deadliest tornado on May 25th, 1955, resulting in 80 fatalities? Well, I mean, just think of, we all agree it's George Floyd. We all agree what states have the worst. Well, our options I just looked at are all tornado-prone states. Let's just say, if you're going to have a tornado, it's going to be one of these states. Here's a crazy idea. Here's crazy idea. We've known since The Wizard of Oz that building houses from sticks is a bad idea if you live in a place called Tornado Alley. It's a bad idea. Poured concrete homes withstand everything except war and lava. They will survive hurricanes. They will survive floods. They will survive all of the things, fire, tornadoes, hurricanes, you name it. They survive all the things. Poured concrete homes, Let's do this, America. Anyway, what U.S. state experienced the deadliest tornado on May 25th, 1955, resulting in 80 fatalities? Was it Oklahoma? Was it Kansas? Was it Texas? Or was it Missouri? Our early on answer is Missouri from Mr. Taney and Oklahoma from Mr. Robert. But, you know, when I think of tornadoes, I think of Kansas. Probably because of the Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. But Oklahoma, I feel like they've probably gotten the crap kicked out of them once or twice. So I'm going to agree with Robert on this. I'm going to go with Oklahoma. But Missouri is also a good answer. Let's find out how we did in this week's May 25th test. Question number 1 was to land a man on the moon before the decade's end. They did not. It's the government. Of course, they weren't going to get it done. But they did do it early. No, they did. I think they did it at the very last minute. Why am I saying? Anyway, question number 2 was Star Wars. Question number 3 was Flight 191. Nailed it. Question number 4, I did not nail. Question number 4 was the Organization of African Unity. So, wrong. Question number 5, Jesse Owens. Wrong. Question number 6, the death of George Floyd. Question number 7, should have gone with my first instincts, was Kansas. So, yeah. Why are you saying 10? There's no 10. There's 7. There's always 7, James. Hello, can I ask you for some old school help? No, you can't. Sorry, mixing up the 2 platforms. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is, did anybody go 7 for 7? I don't believe so. But maybe those of you watching later do go 7 for 7. If you do, you know, take credit for that. Go ahead and put yourself down and say you did it. But I didn't, because I got Jesse Owens wrong, and I got the Organization of African Unity wrong. Oh, well. Getting ready to tape a new episode of the Lens B Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew. That's going to be soon. So in the meantime, I just want to say, as always, just be the best person that you could be. And if you're a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. And if you're in the Harrisburg area, go see the Blue Angels. The sky is beautiful.